Hi everyone, welcome to practice problem PPE-03. This one is going to test your ability to properly journalize fixed asset transactions. So here we go. On April 27th, Tiger Corp purchased a building by writing a $500,000 note, purchased an equipment for $70,000 cash, paid $5,000 for delivery and installation of the equipment, and on that same day, Tiger Corp's landscaping provider applied fertilizer and weed killer to the grounds around Tiger Corp's headquarters, leaving an invoice with the front desk. Your goal is to journalize all of this activity. And the key here is, do you know what to capitalize? Do you know what to expense? And just can you assemble the components properly? So take a moment, pause the video, try it for yourself. When you're ready, come on back and I'll walk through the solution. All right, welcome back. I'm just going to stick all of this in just one big journal entry for April 27th. And I'm just going to go in order of the given information. So starting at the top, Tiger Corp purchased a building by writing a $500,000 note. All right, it doesn't matter whether you sign a note or whether you pay cash. The fact is you are buying a building and you either have a cash expenditure now or you're promising to pay that cash over time. But either way, you are essentially have an expenditure for a fixed asset and the purchase price is allowed to be capitalized. Therefore, we are going to debit building $500,000. And we're also going to record, I'm going to leave some space because I know we're going to have other debits here. Notes payable $500,000. All right, next up, we bought equipment for $70,000 cash in this case. So cash credit, $70,000. Because this is the purchase price of the equipment, we do get to debit the equipment account for it. We get to capitalize that. And then it says we paid another $5,000 for delivery and installation of the equipment. So cash is going up to $75,000 out, right? 70 plus 5. Now, do we get to put that $5,000 into the equipment account, or is that simply an expense? Well, remember, the golden rule is any expenditure required to obtain or make the asset ready for use. In this case, delivery and installation of equipment would be considered part of obtaining, that would be the delivery, and making ready for use, that's the installation. And so those would count, and so we're going to go ahead and adjust this debit to equipment to be $75,000. It says also on this day, Tiger Corp's landscaping provider applied fertilizer and weed killer to the grounds around headquarters, leaving a $1,700 invoice with the front desk. Okay, so we're not paying, nor are we signing a note promising to pay in this case. This is simply a matter of us having an account payable because we now owe this service provider some money, $1,700. Now, the question is, what do we get to debit that $1,700 to? Obviously, this is on the grounds of the company, so your options could be land or land improvement or just straight up expense. So does this actually increase the value of your land? Does this count as an addition to the land that would be treated as an improvement, or is this simply a service that is a cost to you with no long-lasting value? And this is actually the last of those options. This is just a service, okay? And so you call this service fee. I'm going to call it landscaping service. It's just an expense. That's all this is. Because what's happening is they're not actually planting new landscaping. They're not installing something, right? They're just fertilizing and putting weed killer down. They're making an application that they're going to have to do again and again and again. In a way, this is maintenance for your landscaping. So instead of landscaping service, you could equally valid call this maintenance and repair expense. That's a very common title that you see. And you could argue that this is maintenance of your landscaping. No matter what, this is an expense, not something you capitalize. So there you have it. All right, that was it for practice problem PPE-03. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you join me for another video.